feels like the phone is really heavy, which is like completely ridiculous. Like we hold these things all day. Steve Jobs was great at this. It wasn't that he had more information. He was able to extract the signal in a world full of noise. It's interesting. As soon as the camera's gone on me, like this is what I normally do, is I hold my phone like this and just talk into it. And as soon as I put the camera on me, it feels like the phone is really heavy, which is like completely ridiculous. Like we hold these things all day. But it's just funny how you change to the feeling of being observed by someone. What did he say? And I should give myself a break, because what did he say? It's how particles, is it like photons or something? They act differently. I'm going to check this out. What is the whole phenomena around particles, atoms changing their behavior upon observation? Sat here now trying to map this phenomena to the idea that I behave differently when I'm on the camera. What is it with people listening to the phone without headphones? It's so fucking rude. Yes, there are a real relation, but it's psychological, not quantum. The camera becomes an audience. The moment you know it's recording, part of your brain starts monitoring you. The camera doesn't create a fake version of me. It activates my presenter mode. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. The reason I started taking some notes earlier was that I've been watching one of James Smith's latest videos, and he was talking about how important it is to be creating organic social content and using the Instagram Edits app. Being able to show that you've edited directly within the Instagram Edits app, therefore will mean that your content is perceived to be more authentic because it's not been professionally produced. I think there is a darker side to this, which is that AI has come along to make our lives better, purportedly make our lives better, allows us to use more leverage, get more done. But then in order for us to try and get ahead, we're all looking for ways to circumvent the AI to look more authentic and be more authentic, and therefore that brings us back to just doing manual labor. So the ways to actually grow become not by using AI, but to actually just do manual things. So posting directly from your phone, editing it yourself, don't have an editor. So then the person who's supposed to be the super wealthy, amazing lifestyle content creator type person has just traded in the 9-to-5 office job for being glued to this device all day, making edits on your phone. And it makes it harder and harder to come away from the device, because if you look to outsource and leverage anything, then that will be downranked by the algorithm. And also, like, I suppose that the pace in which the AI stuff is moving and the pace in which the social media trends or growth trends move are somewhat parallel to one another. Like both they affect each other symbiotically. But the whole video got me thinking about my own content, my own strategy, if you can call it that, as it relates to Instagram, the podcast, YouTube, and like how like strategically aligned like my stuff is. It does feel like I have content all over the place, different types, podcast content, self-improvement stuff, fitness stuff, random rambles talking about tech stuff, agency stuff, like how much energy am I capturing and is it allowing me to actually leverage my position more effectively and help the right people? And it's like everything, I feel like it's important to have like every form of input being there for some reason, right? Not just constantly just hit and hope. And it's like the example in this case now is that if I put out this video in order to actively grow my YouTube channel and nothing else, then it'd be kind of stupid. But I'm using it as thinking ground that I would already be doing so it can double serve in this scenario. And then also that it means that the lesson for me, whatever that ends up getting teased out of this voice note, this ramble, kind of means that it gets re-emphasized, because if then I publish it and they make clips out of it or whatever, then that thinking does sort of compound a little bit. So that's where it's feels more purposeful for me. I think, though, in terms of like, if it's just thinking about the podcast at the moment, and imagine I had I don't know, like 100 super fans. Like all they can really do is like consume videos, send me a message, whatever. But there's no actual action that they can take if they were wanting to support me more, if they're wanting to make a purchase or do something that would help me create more content or help me help them. It's like, how can I help more people, and how can I help that align with something that will help grow the podcast? I think it would probably just have like a link, so that if people want to work with me, then they can do. Like, I've not spoken about the business mentorship stuff on the podcast before, so I previously mentioned how like presenting to the camera in an authentic manner is a bit like chatting to coffees, like a waiter or waitress, right? So you give them a little bit of context, but you don't like add in personal like people or whatever. But then I suppose for this type of kind of journal entry episode, then the most of the time I will create notes like this, and then I will paste them into AI. If even though the AI has a lot of context on me, but let's imagine it's a fresh AI context window. So Mika, my friend, basically asked me if I would coach her, if I would mentor her with her as a business coach. I think because I'm always like quite natural at coaching people and helping people. You know, when it comes to like the agency and managing the staff, I always much prefer that kind of coaching style rather than like a bollock style. Just like, okay, here's one thing that you can try this week, or what's one thing that you're struggling with. Okay, let's nail that, and then so that is that kind of like coaching style. And I think that's why I've been enjoying working with Mika so much. She'll go away. I'll give her some work to do, and then she'll go away, and then often we'll like get distracted by a lot of things, right? Things that like look like work, and they are work, but they're misaligned with the core objectives of the week, for example. But I think that mirrors what a lot of us do in our work, because we'll define the thing. Okay, so this week I need to record X video ad or whatever, and then we will invent things around the thing which are adjacent to the problem, and it's basically a form of like productive procrastination. So you then feel like you're being productive because you are actually working on something. You're not procrastinating, but all of your energy has been poured into the wrong bucket rather than actually focus on the thing. And I wonder why that is. I wonder, like, actually I heard, was it Alex Hormozi was talking about this the other day, and it was like, what did he say? It was like upon setting alarms. Like if you set an alarm clock for the next day, right, and you're like super pumped to get up at 6 a.m. and then at the time, like you're like, oh, this is the exact right thing to do in the morning. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and then up on the point that you need to pay that debt, then the cost becomes way more apparent, and you feel the cost way more deeply than you did in advance of it. And it's this strange phenomena, and it's probably around the neural cost of things, and how much actually in the moment it takes energetically. And again, it's a bit like this observer effect of like when you decide on a thing, it somehow feels more heavy. It's like earlier when I was talking about how when I started recording with the camera on, the phone started feeling heavier, and it just changes how we feel about things. But it's interesting because now I've been sat here for a while, and becoming more comfortable with just sitting here and chatting. But in thinking more about the coaching stuff, one of the tenets of or the tenets which I am professing to Mika is around designing a system or methodology in which that you run the system doesn't run you. And this is in juxtaposed to the video that I was watching with James Smith talking about the importance of fast edits, creating content on your phone, doing it in Instagram edits, like not hiring someone to do it for you and then do it yourself. That is manual labor, and it's interesting. Now I'm looking at a mural on the wall of people manually like farming coffee beans. But yeah, it's so not making a system which ends up running you so that you're constantly creating content all the time. Like, how can we leverage things to create automation sequences, etc., so that you build something once and then it will pay back dividends over time. But one interesting thought that I was wondering when I was watching James talking about the unpolished content, his unpolished content. He did some tests on stuff filmed on a professional camera versus stuff filmed on an iPhone and then edited in the Edits app. And he was saying how the unpolished stuff was performing better. But I do wonder if that's because if you have someone who's famous, then they definitely are looking. The reason that they're on Instagram is because they want to get to know you better, and therefore they're going to resonate with more of the off-the-cuff, candid style content. But if you are a regular person like me, who's not famous, then you go, well, but I don't know, does that classification still hold? Or is there a threshold at which the super unpolished content works better because they are well known in the public sphere? I don't know. But then equally, I suppose I can come across a video on Instagram of someone that I don't know that is unpolished, but happens to be great content, and it'll still resonate with me, I suppose. But because I've never seen that person before, then I therefore probably see that there's a lot of likes or whatever. And because I've never seen them before, it's almost like I'm immediately thinking of them as being a famous person, like in my orbit, because I don't know them. It's like them being presented to me on the television. As soon as someone is presented to you on the television, presented kind of like to your nervous system as kind of like a famous person. And that's why we value, we're within this society which values fame so much because of the, being indoctrinated by television over the last few years. Last 100 years. But 70 years, 70, 80 years. So people will automatically have this kind of like presumptive fame filter. So I see stranger on Instagram, therefore I value it more than someone I know, which is crazy, and it shouldn't be the case, but it is, and it's just human nature operating in a extremely unfamiliar technological society in which our brains have completely not caught up with, and that's why we elicit these behaviors that can sometimes feel strange to creators, etc. Why wouldn't you engage with my stuff? Why wouldn't you like my story? Do you love me? Aren't you my friend? Why aren't you going to be liking my story? And I definitely used to fall into that category a little bit, and I'm like, oh yeah, like maybe I should be blocking people because they don't engage with my stuff. That means they hate me. But it's not that. It's not that at all. It's just people use social media when they are literally that they are not using social media. No one is using social media intentionally. Literally, everyone is offline. They are all on autopilot. Maybe 1% of the time you can be mindful of it. And as someone who is like someone who's meditated every day for the last 10 years, it takes a lot to be mindful of my the way that I'm consuming social media. And I'll notice on certain people, I'll be like watching their stories, and I don't really use stories that often. But sometimes I'll find myself on there, and it's usually when I'm in like the lowest state, when I'm just like flicking through someone's story, and like I will then notice that I'm like I don't know, like it could be a picture of one of my friends just, I don't know, doing something random, or a picture where they don't even look that good, right? And then I'll just skim past it, and then I'll catch myself and I'll go, hold on a minute, like if they then see that I viewed their story and then didn't like it, is that then are they gonna then feel upset or insecure around that fact, right? And then the other side of it would be like I'll be skimming through stories, and someone looks amazing in a picture, right? And then monkey brain will just go like. So then, like, what are we teaching each other in these interactions? Like, these, and I've called them before, like, partly hallucinated, because they are partly hallucinated, but some of it is kind of real, right? It does mirror a lot of how society and these impressions of us are categorized by those around us. Because when monkey mind is active, what do? Smash like button. Okay, you look hot. You look handsome. You look high status. I feel like we're going to wrap all of this up today is being able to infer signal from noise. Like there's so much noise, and apparently Steve Jobs was great at this. It wasn't that he had more information, that he was able to extract the signal in a world full of noise. And it's like, the phone getting heavier, like that the phone getting heavier, that's a form of noise. It's not signal, right? It's another form of I guess like a form of distraction, pulling you away from the thing. Like the signal is just the signal is talking into the phone, and then the noise is the phone getting heavier, right? So stay with the signal. On coaching my friend Mika on the business stuff, the signal is let's stay with the plan, let's record this video ad. And then the noise is all the other stuff around it that appears urgent and important and productive. But it's noise masquerading as signal. And looking at where is the signal buried in a world full of noise. And for me, right now, probably ironically, is helping Mika with her stuff. That gives me the signal to be like, because I get this real feedback, and and I love it when I get feedback that I've actually helped people. I think because I just want to be useful. I don't know. I think as functioning members of society, we all want to feel useful, and some of us feel that need more than others. And probably if you are a sort of person who listens to a podcast, etc., like this, you need to be useful and helpful to others as a high-performing person. And if you are, better place your talents within the signal, not the noise. Thanks for listening. Look forward to seeing the next one.